Osaka is one of my favourite cities in Japan because it is filled with so many fun things to do and has a more chilled vibe compared to Tokyo. It's a good place to do day trips in the Kansai region to other popular spots such as Kyoto, Nara and Kobe. There are also so many things within the city that are great fun for both adults and children. I visited Universal Studio Japan and Osaka Aquarium over the Christmas period, both of which can be found in the Osaka Bay area. We visited Universal Studios just before school children were due to go on winter vacation, as it is bound to be a lot busier during school breaks, public holidays and weekends. You can get an express pass to guarantee access to certain rides and areas, but I thought this was really expensive as the passes cost more than the ticket itself. Depending on which pass you get, you could end up paying over 3 times more, so I decided to save money and go without, which I think is doable with some planning. We arrived at the gates about 45 minutes before they opened. At this point, there was already a fairly big queue which we joined. Make sure to have the app ready on your phone with the ticket loaded on, as this is the easiest way to enter. Once we got in, we headed straight to Super Nintendo World as it is the newest and busiest addition to the park. It can get very busy later on and lines become long very quickly. You need a pass to enter the park, which you can do on the app for free. So whilst walking there, we got the earliest entry slot and got in no problem. It was a clear and sunny morning, so the blue sky looked amazing with the surroundings. It genuinely took me a while to figure out whether the sky was real or not, which seems silly, but it was pretty surreal and immersive. You can get watches that interact with the surroundings, but these were also quite expensive and there's usually a line of people. We first went to Toad's Cafe for opening, which already had a big queue, but I'd recommend it for a sit-down meal as they have some really cute food options and it actually tasted pretty good for amusement park food. We got the Christmas special, a gratin hamburg with a mashed potato tree and the tiramisu block cake. After this, we then went to the Mario Kart ride and waited about half an hour in the single rider line, as opposed to the hour wait for the normal lines. Once we were done with Nintendo World, we went to enjoy a few more rides, such as the terrifying flying dinosaur and the prize-winning Amazing Spider-Man ride, which is now sadly closed. We waited about an hour for each of these as the park was starting to get pretty busy. We enjoyed the parade that happens in the Hollywood area where you can see many well-loved characters. This is only done during certain parts of the year, so I'd recommend checking the schedule on the website. After this, we headed to Harry Potter World, where you can find lots of fun wizard shops and activities. We went on a ride here, but this felt like the longest waiting time and was probably over an hour in the cold. It was nice to see this area in the evening as it felt more magical. However, I wouldn't recommend the restaurant here as I don't think the food was very good. It may be better to wait until you leave the park for dinner, as there is a wider variety of restaurants right outside. This was a fun day, and as it's a small park, we managed to do almost everything we wanted in this one day. However, it is very tiring, so if you have young kids or want to go on all the rides, it may be better to get a 1.5 or 2-day pass instead. On this trip, we also visited Osaka Aquarium, which is one of the largest in the world. You can get tickets online, but we just got them on the day, which worked out fine. Admission fees change depending on the day, but an adult ticket is from 2,700 yen. There are also backstage viewing tickets for an additional fee. I love going to aquariums, so I highly recommend the trip if you have the time. The aquarium is laid out well and shows you different sea animals in an informative way. Osaka Aquarium is famous for having whale sharks, which is quite rare, especially outside of Asia. but they also have otters, seals, penguins and manta rays, as well as a rare sunfish. There is also a jellyfish gallery, which is really pretty. As we were here during Christmas time, we also got to see a scuba diving Santa Claus in the tank. There is also a cafe and shop here where you can get themed food, drinks and souvenirs. Right outside is a shopping centre with a variety of food options too. I hope you have just as much fun as I did on your trip to Osaka, and hopefully you find my tips useful. If you have further suggestions or questions, comment down below.